Hello everyone, welcome to day one, and I've already messed up. Awesome. So in my notes, as you can see right here, it says Monday, paint red. When I did what I'm doing, I started off with Sunday being day one. So the first thing I do, grab a model here, just a random guy, is I prime it Xandri Dust. But the first thing I do, which is step one, which is not paint red, is I dry brush it. Get it to a bony kind of color. So if I pull both up, they are very different in color. So day one is paint the dry brush the Carrick Stone and Silver Gray. And day two is paint red. But what I did was, instead of day one, day two, I put Sunday, Monday. So Sunday was paint the bone, and Sunday was not the 1st of February. So I apologize for getting that wrong. I will not be painting red, or did not paint red today. However, they're in lots of pieces. I actually thought his cape was glued. Found out it wasn't. It's going to be so much easier to paint now. But the bone has been dry brushed on these guys. And then I realized I didn't do the bases for the 5 relic Terminators, Terminator Chaplain, and Primaris Chaplain. So I decided to mix up some basing stuff. Some basic material on there. And I mixed way too much. So I did them, right there, those guys. Then I did the bikes, some scouts, some converted Lichguard, some Primaris Death Company, some Death Company with jump packs, some characters. All of these are Scarab Swarm bases, and a whole whack of Necron Warriors. Then I did an Imperial Knight, just his base. Then I did 2 flying bases. And then this is a display board that one day I will get to. But that's just how much extra I had. Will it get in and show detail? A little bit. So this will all be dry brushed up. So, dying. Got it. Alright, so basically I put on this muddy stuff, which I will do a separate video for, just to make sure it's clear what I'm doing. Then I dry brush it brown, which is this guy. Then I dry brush it tan. These are all using dollar store paints. And then I do the edges black. And then you get a finished base that's very earthy. So we have that guy and that guy, actually the same model. But as you can tell, step one is done. So I did those on 5 5 assault intercessors, 3 aggressors with the flame weapon option, the captain, and the judicaire. That was my goal. That was achieved. And lots of bases. So except for the relic Terminators and the 2 characters, the rest, after I do the tutorial, will be going back in a box. Because if we look up on the shelf, zoom in, we have in the opposite order actually, these are the last thing to do. Then those are the bonus things, and then those are my month goal, right there. So we have that. Oh, there's Mollog chilling out. And then we have some other painted characters up top. And, Harpy, or Hive Crone, whatever you want it to be. So, day one was a success. And the questions, whose projects are you enjoy watching? Still sticking with Jam Jar, watching his progress. And I have been looking a little bit on the Discord page. The epic that isn't quite epic scale. It's slightly bigger. I'm finding really cool. And actually thinking, because I got a 3D printer, that I might do something similar for some really cool objectives. I definitely don't want to play a new game. Oh no. But as far as some objectives or, things happening, still was going to do, I remember purchasing some original epic rhinos, casting them, and I was giving them to my tank busters. Because if you put fuses on the tanks and throw them and they blow up, you're blowing up tanks, so you're a tank buster. So that was my logic with that. So that's happening. But to 3D print them at epic scale would be a lot easier for getting a variety of tanks instead of the exact same build. So I might do that. So enjoying that. Unfortunately, I do not remember the name. And when I get time, because on top of painting all this, I've got a fairly busy month ahead of me. I am checking some of the progress out of other people. I've been watching some of the videos, looking at some of the posts, and there's a lot of cool projects going on. I just haven't had time to memorize names, or I've hit a couple emoji little thumbs up on a couple of them, but that's about it. And going to the next one, how is your project going? Do you think you will finish? Covered this in day 0. It is definitely early to tell, but day 1 went well. I am on schedule, which is not very common. And if you count the bases, I actually might be ahead of schedule. So I'm doing alright. I did break my dry brush, which made me sad, but I fixed it. So it's still drying. I'll be ready for, I guess I'm not doing any more bone color till next week unless I get all these done. But tomorrow will be red. So anything that's red on him will be red on him. And then I don't know how I'm painting these guys. They're in pieces because they're easier to paint that way. So I have him, 3 of those guys, the Judicaire, and my all over the place captain. He's, he's there. He's alive. Not quite. And so I think I'm doing good. If I can keep with not getting sidetracked and doing completely other things like basing almost an army, I think I've got this. So tomorrow I'm just going to focus on red. If I complete it, I'm going to focus on finishing the bases because that needs to be done. And yeah, just go from there. Keep going day by day through. And the third one, do you have all the materials you will need to finish? With my dry brush fixed, I'm back on track. And I think that is everything. So I'm going to change that to Monday is, I'm just going to scratch out Monday. Doesn't need to be what day it is. It's day number 1, paint bone. Day number 2, paint red. Day number 3, paint red. And I don't remember what the other ones were. I know there's black. I know there's browns. I know there's silvers. And then I know there's washes. Some of them are combined. I think the washes and the pouches and browns are together. But I'm not 100% sure which days and which order they're in. We'll just have to figure it out together as the week goes on. Till next time.